watching us here on a very, very special episode of The Weekender. I call it special because it's not every day that you get to have two CEOs of the same company. Yes, one is a global parent and the other one, India. We have the recently appointed CEO of Domino's International. I call it recent because it's this year itself. We have Russell Weiner and the more recently appointed CEO of the India business, Khetarpal, in what is his first media interaction as well. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining in. And that actually brings me to my first question. Both of you all are recently appointed. You've been at Domino's for a very long time, but do you all exchange notes on leadership?
I've been learning a lot from Russell over the last 2 days. And we've been together speaking to employees, doing store visits together. And we're exchanging notes on menu, on culture, what other countries are doing, how fast India can grow, what's the opportunity. So truly exciting to be with him. And I hope to see him soon at his office in Ann Arbor.
All right, we take that point. Russell, usually, when the global parent comes to India, everyone is excited about it because a global parent usually promises some more for India. What do you have in your bag today? I mean, Christmas is around.
Well, again, thanks for having us. What's great is, I would say it's flipped here. We're coming to India and we're excited. So we have Domino's Pizza. We have 19,000, going on 20,000 stores. We're in 95 countries around the world. Outside of the US, we have the most stores of all those countries here in India. And so we're just so excited to meet the team that makes it happen and exchange ideas and learn about all the great stuff they're doing.
So what have you decided in terms of deeper engagement this time around? What are the areas?
I mean, it hasn't started today. So, Domino's started here in 1996, and we've worked closely all of those years, not only on product, on digital and all the things, supply chain, everything that you see here today. So this is not even my first time here in India, because it's a place we come to exchange.
Take that point. You've been around for about a little over 2 months now, going on 3. What have your thoughts been about this business so far? What are the areas where you believe that you can go and take the company?
So I think I'm still learning. I'm yet to visit all the stores, all the factories that we have, and I do hope to visit sooner than later. My early thoughts are 4. Number 1, customer first. There's such a tremendous opportunity in India, right from serving a 79 rupee pizza to launching a gourmet. There are many Indias, so number 1. Number 2 is technology forward. I think today Domino's is number 3 most used food app in India. Number 3 is operations excellence. And you will see us wearing these jackets, right? And how do we continuously make sure that we are doing faster delivery without compromising on safety, making better pizzas every time, and making sure we're delighting the customer. And the last but not the least, building the culture of the organization. That is truly, truly very important. And that's where I exchange a lot of notes from Domino's too.
I see your jackets. It's not a particularly subtle plug. Domino's 20 minutes delivery. I'm told that most of your deliveries do happen sub 20 minutes already. So this is just inside out, classic Russell Weiner marketing.
Well, it's not. We're definitely learning, taking one from here. I mean, when you think about Domino's being the #1 pizza company in the world, a fact to get your head around is we deliver as a system globally 3 million pizzas every day. 3 million pizzas every day. And what we were talking about a lot is really the focus, even though we deliver so many pizzas, is on one pizza at a time. So instead of thinking about delivering 3 million pizzas every day, we think about delivering one pizza 3 million times. And the focus on that is what is getting these guys to really bring something forward pretty bold. We're known as a 30-minute delivery company, and they're committing to 20 minutes.
20 minutes is what you're promising delivery in India for right now. Does that mean there will be a lot more advertising activity around it? Because the first time when the 30 minutes was launched, we did have that big campaign coming in with Paresh Rawal. Are we bringing him back?
So I think we'll continue to innovate on the messaging too. But right now, the most important thing is going forward on everyday better from tis se bis, right? That's kind of the culture I want to drive in the stores. Every delivery, 1 second better, and taking us towards 20 minutes without compromising on safety of the riders. So I think if I step back, we've expanded the store network. We have the density. And we have a lot of customer data and technology to serve customers very close to 20 minutes. You're right, more than 50% of our deliveries are actually happening around 20 minutes. But for us to be operationally excellent, we got to double down on that and make it kind of start making it a promise.
Does it work now? If I just use my phone and try to order a pizza, will it come before the end of this interview?
Yes, we have 2 stores which are about 2 kilometers away. If you order now, I bet you will get in 20 minutes.
Challenge accepted. Okay.
Don't forget to tip.
You spoke about rider safety. That could be a bit of a concern. What are the steps that you're taking for that? And secondly, you said 50% of the orders are delivered in less than 20 minutes already. You guys have the data, the analytics. Are those customers who get the pizza in sub 20 minutes ordering more and ordering higher ticket items? I mean, does that then make economic sense for you to deliver in 20 minutes?
Sure. The 2 questions, let me answer them separately. So, firstly, the rider safety comes first. We will not put any undue pressure on the rider in terms of incentivizing him to do it under 20 minutes. If it can be delivered, we will deliver. Number 2, we have designated stores based upon the density they serve and the road traffic during peak hours that we are designating as 20-minute stores. And number 3, when you spoke about customers always want a fresher, hotter, tastier pizza on their plate. And the best experience of eating a pizza actually is fresh out of the oven. And we're just trying to replicate inside their homes in delivery. So that's why we do see a high correlation between faster deliveries and repeat rates for the customers.
Would you be able to give some numbers, some quantitative numbers?
I don't have it right now handy, but our analytics teams have done that research, and definitely there is a strong correlation.
You know, I think I'd add to that. We have an internal phrase we use at Domino's. We're slow where it matters and fast where it counts. And so I think when you think about what we talked about earlier, the whole ability to deliver in 20 minutes started years ago, when using advanced analytics, they planned for where their stores would be from a population density. We worked on innovation, we worked on oven speed, we worked on technology within the store, so that within the store we're faster than ever, which means that when we leave the store, the job is done. So there are governors on all of the vehicles, and so you can't speed. You're late or not late when you've left the store. And that goes back, that's years of planning got us to today.
So you guys are fast, but not in a hurry. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah. Slower it matters, faster it counts.
What's your sense of business right now? I mean, we have gone through a pandemic. We've seen a fair amount of inflation. That would be an understatement. And now, hopefully, the worst of inflation is behind. But then consumer sentiment isn't back to what it was pre-COVID. What is your thought on business, so to say?
So I think the whole consumer flywheel, right? After the pandemic, we do see uptick in dine-in and takeaway. We see consumers going out and spending more. Equally, they're concerned about inflation. And there are certain trends where they're eating as much, but not spending as much per ticket. So they're trying to conserve. I think for us, the innovation lies around making sure that we are catering to multiple occasions with multiple price points. And that's why we have paratha pizza, a gourmet pizza, and a pizza mania, which starts at 69 rupees. And we're constantly innovating on bundling so that it doesn't hurt the pockets of consumer.
Yeah, I would add to that. I think globally, Domino's is known for value. And so in tougher times, it doesn't mean that people want to eat out any less or treat themselves any less. And so no brand ever wants to say they're recession-proof, and obviously we're always concerned about our customers. But during times, when times are tough, we find sometimes with Domino's, people who maybe would have gone to shop other places come to Domino's because they can still get that value. So as long as the value is right, we're excited about the prospects for Domino's.
From a Jubilant FoodWorks standpoint, Samir, you know, Domino's is one part. Everyone's looking at the other part as well. They want to know what your priority is right now.
So I think firstly, we will continue to double down on Domino's, and that's no taking away. Equally, we see the market opportunity in terms of other cuisines. And we have Popeyes for chicken, which is a large market. Then we have Dunkin', which I'm trying to repivot to coffee first. And you've seen Paul Brown was here, and we opened our first coffee first store in Noida. And then we have Hong's, which is homegrown Indian style Chinese. So these are all very large cuisine or categories in India. I will expand from here where we are without compromising on Domino's, but at the same time, keep the focus on few, make it tastier, faster, and go deeper over there. So we'll see a both of not doubling down on Domino's, but focusing on few bets that we're going to place.
Do you have a long-term revenue mix, an ideal revenue mix?
Not at the moment, Mangalam. I will come back because I'm still very early. What's the potential? Each of them, as you would notice, is a large enough market. As I formulate my strategy, I will come back.
What have your thoughts on the Indian market been with regards to correlation of the same-store sales growth with the GDP and Domino's growth itself?
Yeah, what we're excited about is not just same-store sales growth. We look at total retail sales growth. So when you look at the number of stores they're targeting opening this year here is 250 stores. And 250 stores will be amongst the leader globally for us. And that's really the way to measure the health of the business. You could have one store, never open multiple stores, and the same store sales go up a lot because it's the only store. What these guys are doing is impressive because same store sales are up while they're continuing to grow at a rapid pace. So same store sales, I'm not saying don't matter. They matter, and our franchisees, our stores care a lot about that. But if we didn't care about total retail sales and we didn't open up stores, we couldn't do things like the 20-minute guarantee because we wouldn't have the density. We couldn't tap into different parts of the pizza economy. So delivery is great. When you think about carryout, if someone's going to pick up a pizza, it needs to be close to their house, or if they're going to sit down, it needs to be close to their house. And so same-store sales is important long-term, because I think long-term investors care most about net income and how EPS is growing and all that. That's measured by how much pizza you sell, and that's total retail sales.
You're not the only game in town. When you started, yes, you were the thought leader, you were the innovation leader. You introduced the country, so to say, to the American-style pizza. Now there are multiple players selling products with a similar positioning. And across the value chain, then you have the entry-level guys, then you have some homegrown people. That's only pizzas. We have other snack options as well. How do you guys manage to compete with that?
So firstly, I think we have a very solid partnership with Domino's and a playbook that can serve many Indias. And I talked about it right from a 69 rupees or 59 rupees pizza to all the way to giving burrata and specialized pizzas. We just launched them. I think that's one part of it. Second is around making sure we are innovating around Indian tastes and taste palettes. So for example, when I came in September, I launched the East range, which is Kashandi, Kosha, and Malai, right, around Durga Puja, which is very specialized. These tastes are Bengal taste from Bengals. So I think that is where the opportunity is so immense, and I would love for my team to innovate on new products on behalf of the customers. We have a huge headroom to serve many, many Indias.
You've been around, you've seen all other countries, etc. as well. Is there any particular thing from a particular country that you would recommend that should be implemented in India?
They're really India, and I say this true to heart, there's no lie detector here on my arm, is India is the country that we go to other countries and we say, look at what they're doing, including the US.
So does it tempt you to take a higher royalty from India then?
Ha ha ha. That's off camera.
But seriously, no, does it?
I'd much rather make more money with the consistent royalty and them making more and the consumer being happy than just taking up royalty.
Take that point. Thank you. Investors will like that. But, in the QSR space itself, there is so much more supply coming in. You guys want to double. Pizza Hut wants to double. You have Burger King who wants to double. Popeyes itself wants to grow faster. McDonald's wants to grow. Because a lot of people get excited by the opportunity that there is in India, only to be disappointed that the opportunity is only at a certain level.
So I think it's a great question, and it's a good question for all CEOs, I would say. what's the true opportunity in India. And I see it like this. There was an inflection point in other emerging countries, how when the GDP kind of, like in China, when it grew from about 4 million to 7 million, 4 trillion to $7 trillion, you could see the disposable incomes going higher and the discretionary spend went to QSR chains or fine dining or casual dining. So I think we are at that cusp. We are seeing the demand. For example, the stores that we opened in Latur or Daltonganj or Chengalpattu, they do equally well. We are amazed by some of the traction we see from the customers in terms of our average weekly sales and the profitability we get in stores. So I think I would say we are at an inflection point, and it's good that the competition is coming. They're only going to grow the market. Second is, we are as good as the last pizza we served, the last pizza we made, the last pizza we delivered. If we execute well, I think we have a tremendous opportunity.
Let's talk about some numbers then. What proportion of your revenue currently comes in from the metros, and how much of that is beyond that? How do you see that mix changing?
We will have a mix of almost equal share of expanding stores in tier 1 cities where we have stores. That is part of our strategy, which is fortification, through which we can deliver in 20 minutes in these cities. Second is going to adding stores where we have a store, but we are not covering a full city. Take, for example, Ahmedabad. And then there are net new cities like I spoke about, Daltonganj. And so it's going to be third. The important thing, Mangalam, over is to execute well. You can obviously add more number of stores, but you need a very strong store manager. You need a team that works 7 to 11 p.m. where we have bulk of our business, delivers, and make sure the store is functioning well. I think that is the hard part, is the execution. It's easy to kind of put multiple stores.
And that's what brings me to my next question with regards to the execution itself. I mean, what are the metrics of your top quartile restaurants? How long does it take for all the others to catch up to that?
The top quartile stores are actually almost 2x more profitable and generate 2x more sales.
So yeah, you were asking before, why do we have confidence that we can open up stores when everyone is opening up stores? And what I'd say is two things. One is look back, and the second is to look forward. If you look back at the history of Jubilant, what they've been able to do and what they're doing this year, store openings has not been a problem. They've just been accelerating. The difference we have than other concepts is when we open stores in the future, people are waiting for them to come. Why do I say this? They already have 1,700 stores in India. They're on media. There are people watching television saying, where's my Domino's? And so a little bit different than other companies, that when we open up the Domino store, people are waiting for it because they know who the brand is.
That's a great insight. And but there is also this underlying mega trend of people wanting to eat healthier, indulge less. How do you navigate through that? Because the only way you can make pizza healthier is remove the base, remove the sauce, and remove the cheese.
So I think great question. It goes back to serving many Indias. I think that's the underlying theme that I keep on challenging my team. So I think, how do you bring the innovation of the whole menu together? While if somebody wants to eat healthy, you have healthier option within pizza, and somebody will also indulge and celebrate, you have that kind of gourmet 4 cheese, 5 cheeses pizza. And as Jubilant, we also see the opportunity of expanding into cuisines with other brands. So I treat it the both way. What can we do within the Domino's box and what we can do outside?
We think there's a place for pizza in everyone's diet. There are going to be times where people don't want pizza. But when they do want pizza, there are still a variety of ways to have it. And like I said, over 34 million ways to have pizza. And so that when it's the pizza occasion, you still have opportunities to make it the way you want to make it.
As classic marketing goes, right, it's easier to go down, where if Domino's is seen as a value product, you keep giving more value for money products, etc. What's difficult is to premiumize from a certain positioning that a brand has made in the customer's mind. So then, if one has to have gourmet pizza, why would they then go to Domino's and not go to the others who've started out as gourmet guys itself?
I don't think it is going to be difficult to innovate on the premium end. I'm actually very glad the way the gourmet pizza is shaping up. Some of the stores are selling like almost 10 to 12% of their sales are actually coming from gourmet pizza.
You can have a premium pizza. It doesn't have to be an expensive pizza. And if you're the pizza company for the masses, that's what you do.
have you thought of dine-in, which is almost a quarter of your revenues, which is not unsubstantial?
Yeah, more than that actually. I think dine-in, again, we want to be where customers want to go. If they want to order online and get it delivered, come into the store, take away, or dine in. And you will see our store experiences have improved materially over the last 3 or 4 years. We worked with some of the best designers in the world to give a great dining experience. For example, we opened a store in IIT Mumbai, which is a container store. And we have pizza vans. So I think the formats will continue to innovate, but we'll follow the customer.
And have you tried any of these Indian innovations that he's talking about?
All of them, which is why my coat is zipped a little bit. The Prada pizza for me is my favorite.
What non-Domino's QSR product do you like the most? And it need not be the one with Jubilant FoodWorks.
Okay, I would say Popeyes, but I do like burger from McDonald's.
And Popeyes itself, I mean, what's your immediate plan on that one?
So we're getting great traction and feedback from our customers. We're constantly expanding our store network in South. The trick of serving a good high quality product is actually not in the front end, but also in the back end. As we build our commissaries, build our food factories, which is being underdeveloped, we'll expand Popeyes rapidly.
When is your next trip to India?
I need to be invited, so you tell me. 2,000 stores?
Yep.
All right.
When does that be?
I think we should get there in about 12 to 18 months.
Investors watching you for the first time, your final thoughts?
I think I'm firstly truly blessed to be over here. I've inherited a great team and a great partnership with Domino's and Russell. So doubling down on Domino's, expanding the cuisine, making sure we have a great Popeyes and we can homegrown to a couple of other brands. I think that's what I'm going to focus on and lead with technology and analytics.
Oh wait, there's a distraction. The pizza's here already?
It came in 19 minutes, by the way.
19 minutes. Well, I'm looking forward to this. Thank you, sir. I think one of this is the paratha pizza for you, the one that you really liked. And this one's mine. So yes, you lived up to your promise. Actually, you said 20 minutes and now it's out in 19 minutes itself. So it works for now. All right. Thank you so much. This was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Russell.